keep it. I counter offered at 12:30, I think it was, and I was like, I'll meet you more than halfway. And she goes, I already gave you my best offer, and she resent the same offer again. I was like, ooh, nice work. That was good negotiating. I was like, yeah. So I took the offer, 1,000.
Hey, Bluegrass, can we go thrift shopping?
Hello, YouTube world. My name is Anthony Long. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Picker channel. You came back. Why? Why would you come? Sure glad you did. What's on eBay this weekend? Go over the sports cards first. This one is a Roquan Smith. He's a really good player for the Bears. This is just a rookie, nothing special about it. He sent me an offer of $5. I took it. I've got 3 of these. I'll take $5 any day. Only get like $3 after fees and stuff, but that's fine. Otherwise, just sitting in my house, right? $3 is $3. Next one is Trevor Lawrence. This is a red cracked ice All-American. Really cool looking card. It's not real centered. Kind of tell. Well, it's hard to tell. Like on the back, the 2 orange spots, one's bigger than the other. So it's not really good centering. So you never grade this one. He sent me an offer of 25. I sent back 28, and he took it. Next one is a Ryan Howard autograph. This is number 2/100, and he sent me an offer of, I think it was $29.85. I sent him an offer, and he took it. And I'll send him an extra card in there. That's a rookie card, but on its own, I could get $4 out of that probably, and I've got like 8 of them. So I'm going to have plenty of them for a long time. And the last one here is Paul Goldschmidt. It's baseball's background. People are thinking about baseball. There's actually 4 different cards in here. Nothing real special. $10, I'll take it. And let's do the vinyl, because of course I sold some 45s. This one is Paul Simon. One of them's with Linda Ronstadt. I didn't even know. And Under the African Skies. When I played him, I'd never heard of him. Anyway, someone in Canada paid global shipping to get this to him. So someone in Canada paid like $40 for this 45. Anyway, David Cassidy, Cherish. I guess they probably bought this because I think he was I don't know much about David Cassidy. I think he was a teenage heartthrob back in the day in the 70s, something like that. So I'm sure it's someone that really wanted the picture. But $9.81. A lot of people probably think that would never sell. I didn't. Alice Cooper. This was an obscure song. House of Fire, Ballad of Dwight Fry, from like 70. Anyway, 75, I think it is. But it sold for, I think, $7.81. It was one of the first ones I put up, and I put it kind of low. I probably should have had it higher, but glad it sold. And this is one, I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. If I put these around $12, most of the Beatles stuff, it sells pretty good, especially a good copy. One thing that's good about the Beatles is they had so many good hits that the B-side songs are still good songs. So I Want to Hold Your Hand and I Saw Her Standing There, both good songs. So it's perfect for the jukebox. So they can get 2 songs out of 1 disc, other than some discs. It's just a lot of this. It's 1 song on both sides, just a different version or instrumental. Next one is Hey Jude and Revolution on the back, Apple release, and this thing sells pretty much within a day of me putting it up. And once again, it's for that reason. There's 2 good songs. Revolution's a great song, and Hey Jude too. I'm not a huge fan, but it's a big popular song. And if I put it at $12.81, it sells usually in a day, and it did. The next one is one of the best 45s I've seen. If you like rock and roll, because a lot of times I didn't know, and um, what was on them because they kind of get to choose and pick and choose the companies do. Sometimes they'll put a good song on the other side just because they're trying to get some recognition for the other song. I think it's cool when the B side song's better than the A side because the record companies don't know what they're doing most of the time. But this is a cool one. This is You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC on the A side. But on the B side, I think is actually the better song, which is Have a Drink on Me. No, 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 have a drink. It's such a two great songs. You can't beat You Shook Me All Night Long. That beginning, it's so iconic. And that silence, great song. And this went for $17.81. I had it for like $19, and the guy's like, "Hey, I'm filling up my jukebox." It's like, "Well, you picked a good one," and that's why I put it. I don't usually put my 45s up very high, because you're pricing yourself out of selling them. But that one I put up for $17.81. You don't see it very often, and honestly, I'll keep it if it didn't sell for less than that. That's one thing I like about selling 45s and sports cars. Worst comes to worst, I get to collect them, which I've done for a long time. So, and that's all vinyl. And I'm gonna go with my last thing. Now this was a big one. I've kind of gone away from buying a lot of sports cards because during the shutdown, during the shutdown, Gary V went out and talked about how he was buying up all kinds of sports cards and buying the graded ones, and he got everybody. I mean, it would have probably gone up anyway, but he got everybody into it, and it just blew up. The market blew up. It was great because I had so many cards just get bought. People come in and just wipe out my store. But then I also knew that every time that happens, then you always have a down because that wave is for people that don't know what they're doing. They're jumping in trying to catch gold when most time you're just not. A lot of people probably got really hurt. Honestly, unfortunately, watching YouTube, people telling them what to do and telling them wrong. Um, but one thing I love to do is collect baseball. It's my favorite. But when it comes to money wise, you probably need to stick to football. If you want to flip cards, you need to do football because they get to perform their first year usually. By their second year, you pretty much already know if they're a bust or a good one. Baseball, you won't know for 3 to 5 years, so it's a long play. You investing money in baseball is probably not a very good idea, honestly. But if you do, you don't invest in pitchers. Pitchers, just people don't care about them. Unfortunately, we've got a couple great pitchers right now in our league. Jake DeGrom and Max Scherzer, two of the best ever, and no one cares. You can buy their autographs for $15. But this is something you have to realize about sports cards. Sell it when it's hot. Don't know what's going to happen next month. This is Bobby Witt Jr. First Bowman. It says it right there. Autograph. So this is first card out of the Bowman Chrome series, which Bowman Chrome is the #1 collectible for baseball. Topps Chrome too, but Bowman Chrome is always going to be #1 for some reason. That's collectors just like it more. This is on card auto, so it's not a sticker. So he literally touched his card and signed it. Perfect auto, if you can see it. It's sharp, centered. It's a great card, and I got it for $250 back in August 2020. And I decided I'm going to put it up because there's a bunch of hype. Everybody's super into Bobby Witt Jr. this year because he's supposed to start. So all the people that waited 3 years to start investing now are starting to invest. And so I'm just a pre-investor, if that makes any sense. And put it up for $1,400 because they go for about $8,000 to $1,000 pretty consistently. I was looking at the auctions, so I was like, if someone wants to give me a lot of money, I'll take it. And someone sent me an offer of $1,111, and I counter offered, which I'm surprised I counter offered, but for some reason I'm like, I still kind of want to keep it. I counter offered at 12:30, I think it was, and I was like, I'll meet you more than halfway. And she goes, I already gave you my best offer, and she resent the same offer again. I was like, ooh, nice work. That was good negotiating. I was like, yeah. So I took the offer, $1,111. I'm gonna wrap it up and do like I normally do. Put it in a one of these bags to seal it, and then I put it cardboard around it. I'll put it in a poly bag, poly mailer, just gives it protection, and then I'll put it into an actual box, probably with some more padding in there. And I always, with something like this, I do FedEx home delivery with insurance. FedEx home delivery, they have to sign for it. If they don't, they have to go pick it up themselves. With the $1,100 card, I don't care. It's protecting me and them. I usually charge them $10 from the get-go, but it'll probably cost about 20 with the insurance. That's what I do. He's going to be a great player, but if he doesn't have very good spring training, gets to none of the minors, and it takes another year for the hype to get back up again, I have to wait a year to get that money out of it again. You know what I mean? So it's kind of why I did it, and I have one that I kept. So that's the reason why I really did it, is I have two of these. I kept the better one, of course. Anyway, so this is just some of the things I like to do. And yeah, I'm usually selling $10 45s, but every once in a while my average sale price kind of goes up. It kind of helps boost it up. But these are some of the things I like to do. And make sure you press that thumbs down button before you get out of here, and grind on, friends. Seasons, Chris Cornell.
Bye from Bluegrass Pickers. Stay tuned.